Good evening, and welcome everybody. Welcome. My God, I'm so excited about what we're about to share with you guys here tonight. And I want to welcome each and every one of you to the VIV Lifestyle Company pre-launch webinar. For those of you who don't know, my name is Brian Dalmasso, and I like to say I'm a future diamond executive with the VIV Lifestyle Company, which is the highest rank they have. It's coming. And tonight on this webinar, we're going to introduce you to a brand new startup company that has decades of experience. Now, that might sound a little confusing, but the corporate officers and the team in this new startup company come with decades of talent and experience in the industry. Everyone in this webinar are some of the first people in the world to get a look at this new startup company that's literally exploding onto the scene. So we're getting the benefit and the explosiveness of a new business startup combined with the benefit of having amazing leadership with people that have experience and skin in the game. So the company's name is VIV, and VIV is Latin for live, right? So when we say VIV Life Better, what we're really saying is live life better. And that's really what the company's founded on, right? Our company is bringing products and services to the market that everyone not only needs, but is already using habitually. And the company's built products from the ground up that are focused on the customer first and not just the benefit of the company. So this really means that we can feel comfortable presenting these products to people that are friends and colleagues and family without feeling like high-pressure salesmen and without any kind of sales tactics. It's almost as good as selling air to people, I like to say, right? And best of all, a company has really put together a compensation plan that rewards people for helping other people at the highest levels. So guys, grab a notepad, get ready to take some notes, because I promise you that you haven't seen a better ground floor business like this idea here. Okay, so the 5 top reasons you don't want to miss the boat here at this company. And listen, this isn't going to be for everybody, right? We're only looking for sharp people, entrepreneurial people that want to be some of the first movers with a category disrupting product and business model. So if you're looking for the next get rich quick scheme, this is definitely not for you. But if you like to be part of explosive new businesses on the ground floor and putting the efforts in, then you'll definitely reap the life's greatest rewards down the road with the rest of us. So first, we got a better gig, right? And number 2, we got better products. Number 3, better company vision, and that part's huge. Number 4, we have better leadership from both corporate and from the field. And most importantly, guys, number 5 is a better you. It's all about the person you will become as we grow on this journey together. So let's first talk about a better gig, right? If you're working for someone else at a job, you're earning what we call M1 income. And this is hourly income, and it's really, quite honestly, the worst possible way to make money. And I don't mean that in a negative or insulting way. It just is, right? I don't care if you're making $100 an hour and working 80 hours a week, you're still going to cap out at about $8,000 a week working hourly. Now, if you own your own business or if you're investing money, you're making what we call M2 income. And this is where you're leveraging either other people or money to compound your income, but there's no passive residual income to it. And M2 income is okay. It's only about 5% of the people in the world have M2 income. And I have several M2 businesses myself, but it still is somewhat limiting to me working and managing people or managing investments. Now, M3 income is where it's at. It's the best possible way to earn money. And it's what we call the best kept secret of the super wealthy, right? There's less than 1% of the world makes M3 income. Now, this is where you leverage people and or time, and you market something once, market or sell something once, and you get paid over and over and over again, passive residual monthly income for doing something you only do once. So this is just a small part of why VIV is a better gig. So side hustle, right, guys? In the U economy of today, almost everyone has some kind of a side hustle. About half of all baby boomers are interested in entrepreneurship as they near retirement. And this is really because their 40-year plan of working 40 or 60 hours a week, right, earning that M1 income, it didn't work. They got to the end and it didn't work. And then they're also realizing that retirement isn't only 5 years. People are living 20 or 30 years after retirement. So guys, that's over 76 million qualified people looking for a side hustle. And here's the real big one, right? Half of all millennials are not entering traditional 40-hour week work jobs, right? They're having multiple revenue streams to generate more flexible lifestyle and really be in control of what they're earning. I mean, think about Uber and Airbnb and eBay and these Shopify online stores, right? I mean, there's over 50,000 people a month alone joining Uber generating additional revenue, right? I mean, the reason you're on this webinar is because you're quite likely, at least partially, looking for side revenue. So almost everybody's looking. So guys, let me tell you why you might want a side gig, right? I started my side hustle, my side gig 4 years ago, and it's led me to a completely different lifestyle. We've been blessed that we're able to buy our $1 million lake house, our dream house, and we're looking at properties in Florida our last couple of weeks. And I'm able to work from home now, running multiple businesses, and I'm actually marrying the woman of my dreams. So I literally get to create my own hours and decide exactly how much I want to earn from pursuing that side gig 4 years ago. It opened up a lot of doors. Now, I was almost 44 years old and working and living just the same as most people with just one revenue stream in construction, right, 4 years ago, before somebody very special cared enough about me to share a business idea like we're doing. And I can't guarantee that you'll meet the man or woman of your dreams, but I can promise you that this will be the beginning of a path to a better life, a life you can really live on your own terms. And guys, I don't say any of what I was talking about to impress you about the house. I say to impress upon you. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You can do it, right? I'm not special. I just recognized the opportunity that was before me, and I took action on it. I took massive action on it. So guys, I want you to take a minute and think, what would it really feel like to cut back to a 30-hour work week? Or what would it really feel like to be able to fire half of your clients in your business because you have a side revenue stream and you get to pick and choose, right? This is what I've done in my construction company. I was able to scale it way up and scale way back, or leverage it up and scale back because of my side gig or my side hustle. And now we only build multi-million-dollar homes for clients that we want to work with. We get to interview them, right? And this is all because I was open-minded enough 4 years ago to take a look at something. So, I mean, what if you could take your entire family on a tropical vacation every year, right? We do that too. I've been doing that for the past 4 years. And it's not about the money, guys. It's about what type of life you can craft when you start to have some of these options. All right, so better products. We're so fired up about the category disrupting flagship products that we're launching. And as a businessman, I can't even describe how lucrative this space is, but I'm going to give it a shot here. So guys, raise your hand if you pay an electric bill or know somebody who does. Right, so obviously I can't see you, but I really want you to see how crazy this is. Our demographic for these products is literally everyone, right? And what most people don't know is that since energy deregulation 20 years ago, we have a choice to choose the energy supplier on electric bill, whether it's residential or commercial. Now, this is no different than choosing your cell phone provider on your phone service, right? If you didn't know, you can choose who provides your electrical supply on your electric bill based on cost, based on things like green energy content. And this is called third-party energy suppliers. And with this new product I'm going to show you, we're able to guarantee that we can save people money on their electric bill with our service, something they're already paying habitually. So think of what I was saying here, right? Our demographic, again, literally everyone over the age of 20 or 21. Our company's not about health products that only affect about 30% of the nation, or beauty products that are only for women, ages 18 to 55. There are literally thousands of companies in the healthcare and the fitness space competing with the latest pills and potions and lotions. Now, our company, we're literally the only company in the world with the product that I'm about to show you. So you might be asking, guys, if energy deregulation and choosing your supplier is so great, why aren't more people choosing, right? And the problem is, and some of you may have experienced this, most of the third-party energy suppliers over the last decade, what they do is they start off with a low introductory rate to get people to join up or sign up, right? It's a bait and switch tactic. And then they count on people not looking at their bill. And they jack their rates after their introductory rate is over. And unfortunately, they know that about 75% of people won't even notice their bill go up. I mean, honestly, most people don't even know how to read their bill. And what happens is they end up rolling over into a higher rate without even knowing, and paying more than the utility would have been charging them in the first place. So along with deregulation and all these awesome choices for the consumer came a whole host of other problems. Now, if any of you had a credit card with a great introductory rate for like 6 months or a year, and carried a balance on that card when the rates are up, this is exactly the same thing. So some people got smart over the past years, and they would really pay attention to their bills, and they would switch from provider to provider, and every time a lower offer would come around. But the big problem is, guys, I mean, who has time to monitor the electric bill every month unless you're retired, right? So guys, the energy space in the US is over $1 trillion space when you factor in solar. So whenever you have millions of people in a space this big with a universal problem to fix, you get a massive opportunity for a new business model. So guys, welcome to Autopilot. This is a sophisticated software-based service that automatically puts customers in the lowest possible energy rates in the area guaranteed. So with this new service, we're getting our customers the best of both worlds. They're getting the lowest possible rates and guaranteed to beat the utility without having to monitor their energy bills. They don't even know how to read these anyway, right? So this is really, really beneficial for the customer. So just imagine asking your mom, saying, hey mom, would it be okay if we cut down your electric bill? Or do you prefer to keep paying more than you have to? Right? I mean, this is really such a no-brainer. And guys, think about this. Who do you know that owns a business or works at a large company or owns properties? With our service, commercial energy users no longer have to pay broker's fees on top of their energy costs. So just imagine walking to your local bank or grocery store or lumberyard and just saying, if I could show you how to remove the broker's cost from your energy bill, would you give me 5 minutes to show you how? All right, now guys, I'm not going to get too much deeper in the webinar. We have videos that explain all of our services and products. But let me just say that we get paid every single month that someone pays their electric bill, monthly residual income. So the bigger the bill, the more we get paid. So that's one of our flagship products that we're so excited about, but it doesn't stop there. VIV is launching a whole suite of lifestyle products and services that people already use. We have another flagship product in the water purification space. Right? People are reading more and more about plastic outgassing and bottled water, and most of the water coming from municipal water supplies and being sold as spring water. And there's more and more people becoming conscious of the landfills and the plastic islands offshore in the world's oceans for plastic bottles. So they're really flocking back to high-end water purification systems, and we have a product there in that suite. We have a credit and fraud protection service at a discounted rate from other providers because one of the things you'll see here, we're able to bundle services where other companies are not. And ever since the Equifax data and identity breach over 175 million people, people have been signing up in droves for credit and fraud protection services. I've heard some horror stories about identity theft, so this is a service that I'm definitely going to get myself. And we have another service that's similar to AAA. It's a roadside service, but about half the cost because, again, the power of bundling. We have an online medical service that can save thousands a year diagnosing simple things like earaches and infections right over a Zoom meeting. With a network of doctors that can actually prescribe over the Zoom meeting to you and your family. So you don't have to take the day off of work and drive in for an appointment with your kid. And then we have services like in home security space that can save hundreds of dollars off of services like ADT, and many, many more lifestyle products are coming out that really just save people money for things they're already using. That's the real key here. So guys, I think you'll agree that our company has products and services that are virtually effortless to market. But let's talk about the vision. The VIV Lifestyle Company was built from the ground up, focusing on the customer first. Our Autopilot Energy service was built by a software engineer. His name's Kevin Manley. And Kevin was one of the top software engineers who worked for Ray Dalio in the Bridgewater hedge fund. Now, Kevin wasn't in the energy space, right? He was an energy customer that got so fed up with the third-party energy suppliers' tactics, he decided to do something about it. And he decided to develop a software that would work on the customer's behalf and get the lowest possible rate at all times. So the Autopilot service wasn't built by a corporation looking to screw the customer and offer false savings claims, right? It was literally built and developed by a frustrated customer who happened to be a top software engineer to benefit the people and not the fat cat energy suppliers. So guys, radical transparency from the corporate officers to the products to the field leadership. This company is built on radical transparency to the client and also to the consultant, people like us that choose to build a robust business over the years with this lucrative suite of products. So guys, better leadership. Let's talk a little bit about that. The best type of leadership that you can have in a relationship marketing company is one that combines corporate and the top field leaders to provide feedback and keep grounded on how the customers are being served and how the field is working with the products and the compensation plan. And we have exactly that here at VIV. Our CEO, Cami Bainey, comes with over 2 decades of advanced marketing and branding education skills, as well as decades of experience in the retail energy space. And if you guys have gone into your back offices and looked at your VIV back office, you'll see this branding. Our chief sales officer, Robert McFadden, has over 25 years of relationship marketing sales and is really a world-class sales trainer himself. And he's leading the field. He's leading the consultants. And our chief technology officer is a gentleman I mentioned before that developed Autopilot. And he has a software engineering resume, quite honestly, would take up the whole rest of the webinar, so I'm not going to get into that. So guys, with a team like this, I think you can see why this company is already starting to go viral and why we're so excited. Lastly, guys, a better you, right? 4 years ago, again, when I got into relationship marketing space, I only had my construction company. It was doing just okay. I'm not complaining, but that's all it was doing, just okay. But after spending the last 4 years being surrounded by like-minded people, literally everything has changed, right? I've gone from 1 revenue stream to 14 and growing. I've been trained by some of the best thought leaders in the world and now work with some of them in other companies. And as I mentioned, I was able to meet the love of my life as a result of pursuing this industry. So you can't imagine the person you will become from going down the path of an exciting new company with a team of like-minded people that are pursuing personal development, right? And remember, if I can do it, you can do it. We all have the same opportunities in life. You just have to be aware of them and take action. So guys, think about it. Take a look at where you were 5 years ago and where you are now financially. Because this is the same exact place you'll be 5 years from now if we don't do something different in our lives to pursue our passions and change our financial situations. And guys, I promise you, this business will bring out the best possible version of you, and you will impact everyone around you in a positive way on your journey. So as I mentioned, we're in the pre-launch phase, and what we're doing is pre-enrolling consultants and building businesses for when we go live around mid-April. And the best part about this company is that there's no monthly website or membership fees, right? It's just a one-time enrollment fee of $199 to get everything you need to run this business, including the personal website, the products, and business training. Basically, it's a business in a box that's ready to go. And what we're doing, we're in the second phase of the pre-launch. And what they've done is they've dropped the enrollment fee to $149. I know it says $99 here, but that was in the first phase. So right now it's $149 in the second phase to generate massive momentum before the launch. And when we launch at the middle or end of April, the enrollment's going to go up to $199. So the beautiful part here is, guys, we keep things super simple. We only do 2 things. We enroll a few customers in any one of the amazing products we have, or a bunch of them, and then we invite other people to do the same thing. And I can tell you, as an owner of multiple businesses, it doesn't get any easier than this. Now, I'm not saying it's not work, because it is, but honestly, it doesn't get any easier than offering to help people, lower their bills or purchase things that they're already using and help save money. All right, guys, so that's an overview of the company and the services and the products. What I'd like to do now is just take a few minutes to give you a brief overview of the compensation plan. And this isn't going to be a deep dive into it, but if it piques your interest, if this business resonates with you, we do have an hour-long compensation-specific webinar that we can send out to you. So guys, I personally know that Rob McFadden spent hundreds of hours designing a compensation plan that would generously reward those who help build this company. And I'm a student of compensation plans myself, and this one is clearly the best hybrid that I've ever seen. The plan hits all the metrics, and it's based off a unilevel plan, which pays us to unlimited width. And what this means is you can have as many personally sponsored businesses underneath your business as you want and get paid on all of them, right? You could have 10, 100, you could have thousands of businesses right underneath you, depending on how big you want to grow. This plan also has M1, M2, and most importantly, the biggest section is the M3, the passive residual income, getting paid over and over again as our customers pay their monthly subscriptions on our services. So you can see here that we make substantial amount of money and income just from marketing the products and upfront one-time commissions. Everything from an upfront commission of $250 on a water system to $350 on a security system, commissions on residential and commercial energy, all the way up to $1,100 on a residential solar, to tens or hundreds of thousands on a commercial solar and solar field. So one of the things that really makes us unique in the relationship marketing space is most companies just have, $10, $20, $30 products. Our company has everything from low-end products all the way to pretty high-end, high-ticket items. So somebody can legitimately make a living just marketing our products, not even building a business. And again, guys, what I feel is the most important part of any business is growing the M3 residual income part bigger and bigger every month. So doing something once and getting paid over and over again. And most of our products and services carry a monthly residual income to them, which means you're going to get paid every single month over and over and over again, as long as these people remain as your customers. So the plan also rewards people for building in width, as I mentioned, but it also pays 8 levels deep, which quite honestly, guys, is unheard of in a unilevel. Usually they pay 4 or 5 levels deep. Guys, we basically started with the most lucrative type of compensation plan in relationship marketing, the unilevel, and they put it on steroids. There's also an additional $120,000 in business rank advances as we build over the months and years ahead, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. You can see here. So again, I'm not going to get too deep on the webinar, but I want to show you a few things. You can see here that you can build 8 levels of compensation, and you can see the different ranks going across the top. There's about 18 different ranks. And we have many, many people already positioned with enough consultants in a business in the pre-launch to immediately rank at the pace setter rank, the partner rank, and the silver partner rank. The silver partner rank. So guys, you can either jump in or watch it go by, but trust me when I tell you, this is happening right now as we speak, even on this webinar, with or without you. So the reason I highlighted the silver partner rank is because there's additional compensation payouts from this level on, right? We're getting 2% company profit sharing pool in the partner ranks. And think about this, like when the company's making $100 million, which will happen this year, that means they'll be putting $2 million in this pool that'll be split up with only the people that are in the partner and above ranks. And this pays out every quarter, right? So I've never heard of corporate profit sharing in a relationship marketing company. And again, we already have people structured for this rank and above. So again, guys, we have a comprehensive compensation webinar. It goes really, really deep into all this, but I do want to highlight something on this slide. And this might look a little confusing, but we also have something called generational pay. So the level pay pays down 8 levels deep of consultants in your business, but the generational pay, it pays out 4 generations. And what this means is if you're at some of the middle ranks of, say, partner and above, and you start to unlock generational pay, which is additional to all the other pays, right? If you were a partner and you had other partners in your team, you might have something to look like this. You sponsor somebody, and they sponsor someone, they sponsor someone, and then 5 levels deep, somebody really goes crazy with this, and they become a partner. And then they sponsor, and they might sponsor 10 or 20 more levels deep, and then another partner, builds their business. So when you're getting paid in generations, you're getting paid partner over partner over partner. It could be 10, 20, 30, it could be hundreds of levels deep. So generational pay is something that really comes into play, year 3, 4, 5, and above with people that are really building their business in a robust manner. So guys, generational pay, again, it really has the ability to pay hundreds of levels deep. And I know this might be a little bit confusing, but trust me when I tell you, this part of the compensation really kicks ass. So guys, there's one final way we get paid, and that's another form of profit sharing called the leadership pool. So we're going to get 2% at the partner level, another 2% at the executive level. So that's 4%, and then another 2% at this leadership pool. And I can talk a little bit more about that, but you start to think about that, when this company, in the years ahead starts to generate significant income, 200, 300, 400,000, that's quite a bit of money that we're talking about being put into these pools of that we split up on a quarterly basis. So guys, that's an overview of the VIV Lifestyle Company. I'm always very direct and honest with people when it comes to business. After seeing what you just saw here tonight, you're either in or you're out. And what I just showed you, it either resonates with you or it doesn't. And either way is fine. We're not here to talk anybody into anything. Guys, this is a startup company, right? We're looking for people that want to run and be part of something new and explosive. There's no more information for us to give you or that you need at this point because we don't have any. There's no company history. There's nothing to research, right? You either want to run or you don't. And quite honestly, guys, I like it this way, right? Because most people have become professional procrastinators and they get stuck in analysis paralysis, right? They'll say things like, wow, this looks really good, but let me think about it or send me some more info. And these are the same people that 5 years later are still stuck in the same jobs or the same income strategies, living the same lifestyle, right? What they're really saying when they say, let me think about it, is let me decide not to make a decision. Right? It's called procrastination, and Napoleon Hill calls it the silent killer of man. Guys, I made the decision to start a software company in 60 seconds flat because I've learned to bridge this knowing-doing gap, right? To make decisions with intuition. People like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, they all make decisions this way. So it either resonates or it doesn't. Again, either way is fine. Now, I am here on the webinar to give you a little bit of a gut punch and just, you know, if you want to run with us, this is happening all around you, right? If you want to get ahead in life, what's your plan, right? If not this or not something like this, what's going to change? So I'm going to make this very easy for you, right? Hopefully it resonates. And as I mentioned, we're looking for very serious people that are committed to really making changes in their lives. And this isn't for people who really aren't hungry for change. If you're satisfied with everything, you're making all the money you want to make, and you're comfortable, this probably isn't for you. But guys, if you do see this massive opportunity here in front of you, and this does resonate, right? That people might want to save money on energy bills and commercial energy and solar. If you want to run with us, make sure to get with the person who invited you to this webinar, and they can show you how to get enrolled tonight, how to get connected with this explosive team of entrepreneurs. We have webinars and trainings and videos and all kinds of things to build your business. And don't wait. Again, there's nothing to research. Brand new company, and the people who act with a definite purpose, those are the ones 3 to 5 years from now that are going to be looking back from the millionaire circle, right? Saying things like, remember when we had to sign up during pre-launch with paper applications? So guys, take the advice of my fuzzy little friend here, right? It says, be decisive, right or wrong, make a decision. The road of life is paved with flat squirrels who couldn't make a decision. I love that. So I always tell people, make a decision, squirrel. So guys, that's the webinar for tonight. Hopefully you got something out of that. If it resonates, again, get with the person who invited you. Get a little bit more information from them. Have them introduce you to some of us. I'm going to stick around for some questions and answers. But for those of you who want to leave, I just want to thank you for your time sincerely. It's been an absolute pleasure presenting and sharing this with you, and I wish you the best of luck either way in life, and I wish you a good night, and God bless.